Okay, so yesterday, starting with that one long sausage for to show the body from the head to one of the toes. What really began today, only starting with this drawing of this dude lying around. And I think I will mix two different kinds of clay, maybe starting with the rough one for the sausage and then moving, if I'm not too tired, to a bit of a finer clay for more details. A bit too watery won't be for long. I don't think that's quite enough yet for the sausage, but might be, maybe. For the vibrations. It's just the most efficient way of sausage making. Now, in this case, the guy's torso is quite a bit stocky, and his legs are rather thin. So the sausage shape is very different from the one that we had yesterday. Yeah, so we're something like this. And like getting even thinner around the foot and the ankle. So this is the sausage that I'm starting out with. The leg is too long, like that. I think I will add the head later and just start with the torso and the leg. And he is much wider than his feet. And this is the left leg, which is rather straight in the drawing. Not the angled off other leg. So here we have a weird little sausage shape. Oh no, it's not even a sausage anymore. It's more like, I don't know. What is this shape like that? I really don't know. So his torso, his chest is a bit turned to that side. dye is actually thicker than I made it. I'll add more to that later. A simple shape on the upper body, something like that. A bit twisted, but not that much. And then there's this leg. And the knee around here maybe. And the foot coming out. Quite a bit. So, basic structure of what I'm dealing with here today. And I'll put in the other leg immediately. All right, now and then the head, and then a bit more for the belly. I think after that I'll start with the pinculing with a finer clay. Also, I want to stress, if you're like a potter or anyone who's been doing things with clay for a while and knows what they're doing, and you see me doing some obvious blunders, that's probably because I actually do not know what I'm doing, and I haven't been working with clay very much, and I might be running into beginner's issues. I don't really want to think about all the things that can possibly go wrong if I were to try to actually fire any of those things in a kiln. They'll probably explode around my head. But for now, I'm not aiming to make these permanent. I'm just trying to get some practice making forms in space. And for that, the clay is actually a really, really beautiful thing to use. So nice. So nice. So, now we have second leg. Oh, there's a bit more of an edge here. Yes, looks better. It's more of a corner. And now, then I think in this case I would also try arms. In part for stability, I need the arm here for this thing to hold up. I only have a drawing of one view of this, and I don't see what this arm is actually doing at all. So I will have to improvise a bit. Maybe I'll just put in a general block to hold up the whole thing and not even bother with the details of the arm. I mean, I can tell that it's angled. He's obviously resting on it. So that says a lot about what the arm is doing. But apart from that, angled how exactly, I do not know. Funny thing is, I know exactly where to go to find out a lot more about clay working and all the blunders that I could probably avoid by reading up more on it and watching certain tutorials, etc., etc. But reading up on it and watching tutorials feels kind of like work to me, or some kind of like distracting little knick-knack. And it's a lot less fun than just making things. Even if that means I'll have to um, probably make a lot more mistakes for myself than I otherwise would. But still, sometimes some mistakes are kind of interesting to make for yourself. And whatever the blunders might be that I might already have run into, these I haven't noticed yet, so I haven't gotten any of the frustration from them yet. So, head. This head feels very cylindrical in a stocky kind of way to me, so maybe I'll just make it like that as well. Just stock like a cylinder, really. Since also in the drawing you don't see the neck, barely any of it, because it's covered by the arm. I'm just trying to go that way. So, on the belly. And then maybe I'll cut away a little bit in some places and then move on to the finer clay. Very round. I'm not sure this is enough, but for now we just do it. Oh yeah, this is certainly enough. And it's going more in that direction. Maybe the whole thing is actually twisted more than I was aware of. Yeah, because of the belly is falling to one side so much. There must be more of a twist in the torso than I'm seeing. So, more chin does have. Also helps me to show which direction the head is facing. Okay. So, I think I will try to describe to myself a bit more where the leg is starting. Because all this is actually part of the leg. This leg in particular. And all that is part of the other leg. And this clarifies things a bit for me. So, what else? What else? What else? What else do I see at this point? You can make that foot bigger and heavier, more stable. I think moving on to the finer clay will be the next step with this one. Where is it? Ah! Oh, there's still too much here. All part of the leg as well. It's just more leg here. More pelvis that does not merge with the belly at all. The belly very much being its own separate entity in this. Oh, okay, moving on to the other clay. Okay, this is going to get super messy because I've just reconstituted as clay from failed past experiments, which basically meant to put the dry but not yet fired clay sculptures or sculptlings or fragments into water. And as a result, this is quite a bit more watery than I would probably like it to be, or that it would be if I had just cut it from a block, from a fresh block. And you can see how sticky it is and how much of it I get in my hands. So I'll see whether I can actually deal with this or whether I'll have to dry it out before I can actually use it. So now the thighs of this guy are still, like, both of them are way too thin, so I'm going to put some more stuff on here. Yeah, that's better. I'm not sure if enough yet, but certainly better. Same for this one. Oh, this is such a mess. But the finer clay really is a bit more fun to use than the more fun to shape, to mold than the rougher one. Just goes on so smoothly. Such a smooth feeling to it. This is fun. This is nice. This is a lot more fun for me than the rougher clay, even if it's all messy and weird at the moment because it's too wet, but oh, it just feels so nice. It also feels a lot more skin-like in how smooth it is. The rougher clay you can feels more like sandpapery, and this fine clay is just not sandpapery at all. It's just So, but where was I? Here, trying to make this figure, this lump of clay, resemble that figure that I've drawn. Maybe the solution to dealing with wet clay is even more water. So maybe I'm just getting lost in stuff that feels nice to mess around in. I do not know. Maybe I have to resort to the coarse clay later for the second arm. So I'm trying to get first at the bigger shapes again. Belly, which seems to be rather characteristic for this drawing. And now it is slightly flopping to the side. But that's much less of a simple one for me to make than yesterday's Angular Woman, where it was just all about the angles of the leg and of the torso and of the head, and nothing was like really flopping about much. Even her bum was not very floppy. It was a clear structure that was round, but it was very directly related to the bones, very exactly following the bones. And this belly here doesn't give a shit about bones. So I want to make this leg shape a bit more specifically leg-like. I don't think I'll manage to do much with that leg because the drawing there is rather wavy, but the other one I think I can do a bit better. Still needs a bit more. I'm going to push it around more with my tools. It's going in a bit because the whole figure is kind of rotating to the side. Here. And here we have the corner of the knee. Oh, poor foot. The foot is not in a very fortunate position. It's probably just going to get trampled a lot by me again and again, trying to reach over it. Just if I can cut away. I have to clarify it. So, I think that's about as far as I'll get with that leg for today. At least that side of it. And this is not the leg anymore, this is the foot. But I think I'll just leave it like this. I don't think I'm actually able to separate the leg and the foot in a very satisfying way here today. There's actually more to that thigh that I have not put in. And it may just stay missing forever. Okay, now it's gotten to the point where I think I have a good idea of what I can and cannot do with this thing, where my points of failure today are, and I'm tired and exhausted and just want to get finished. And it's probably still going to drag on for quite a while. And somehow I feel I still want to put that other arm in. Yeah, let's make an arm. Mostly do that tiny bit of the cover of the phone, just in case I still want to do things with it. There's an arm, or at least not the arm for now. And then there should be a bit more of it too. I have not really checked this one from any other angle, whether it seems to make sense or not. Which probably came about because I don't have drawings from any other angle that I could check it against. You can only check it against whether it seems plausible to me. Maybe I'll do that in a bit when I'm done with the rough shape of this arm. At the end of this arm is a hand that, again, I do not have any specific information on what it does, what it looks like. I can only speculate and improvise. So but there we have extremities. Again, this time this is a bit of a weird thing, but it's too much on my shoulder. Somehow. So I'll look at it from the other side. Yeah, it makes sense. I should have done this earlier. Oh, could be worse. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that today. Night.